Hey, Chapman, how you doing, man?
Hi, how are you?
All right, I want to test, make sure the volume is working good.
Okay, can
Make
you
sure
hear
we can
me?
hear you.
You can hear me?
All right, let me try something else.
Let me see, I have my volume turned up.
All
What
right,
I do?
Chapman.
Hold on, I messed up. I was trying to get the volume to see if my volume is up.
We can hear you now.
Okay, now my volume is all the way up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
All right, so you gonna pray for us today?
Yes. You're not ready yet, are you?
Not just yet. Kim, Kim's
Okay.
not.
Okay. I'm gonna turn the volume.
Get started. So good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out. I'm gonna start out right off. No, when you there, we're gonna say a prayer. Let me stop lying. Let me stop lying right now. I think, oh, we're gonna go chaplain. Hi, Chaplain Atkins.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Can you pray us in this evening?
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Okay. Lord, I just want to thank you right now. Lord, I thank you for the department coming together with the community. Lord, I thank you for our chief medicine and Commander Chambers, the NPO officers, and all those that come together, especially the president, President Kim, for bringing everyone together. Lord, I just want to thank you for the members of the block clubs and those that come together. If there's any guests, Lord, I just thank you for those people showing up. Lord, I thank you, for them coming together, collaborating, and we want to bless any items that they have or concerns of the community. Lord, I'm just thanking you for every one that made the Walk a Mile Wednesday a success. There was the chief's office. We thank him as well, and all those that came out. We asked President Kim. She asked the people to show up, and they came up. They came and showed out, and so we want to thank everyone for doing that. Lord, we just ask that we all come together on one accord. And as they say, sometimes we have to agree to disagree, but nevertheless, we just ask that you bless this meeting in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain.
You're welcome. I'm just hanging in.
Okay, thank you. I know you guys gotta leave, so David is here. You guys wanna do what you need to do before you leave out?
Hello, everyone.
These are new faces, so I'd like to welcome any other new community members here. Thank you for coming out. I'm Terry Catherine, Councilman Scott Benson, District 6, this is Daniel Metro, our community liaison, and everyone should have a bag, shopping bag. Just wanted to let you know, inside that shopping bag, we had to update our resource guide again, so all the telephone numbers are current and updated again, because it's consistently changed. So you should be able to, like a telephone directory, you should be able to get to most of your city departments in here. Housing, landing, ombudsman, all those telephone numbers are in here. 36 district court, everything's in here. All your main telephone numbers, links. Also inside your bag, we'll have a booklet. Inside this booklet, confidential booklet, from 2018 to 2024, they'll explain everything in here as far as jobs, public transportation, passport, we done gave out over 50,000 half scarves and gloves and coats. Because young people going to school, kids that don't have those things, that don't have those coats, half scarves and gloves and socks. All that information is in it, so we want to make sure that you all are informed to know what's been going on across this whole district, not just this area. The whole district. We service over 90,000 houses. So, that's a lot. We want to know everybody has to be serviced. And we try to put together most of that information and set out the booklet so that you all are aware of what the council has been doing. Last, I know it's a little early, but our annual bingo event is coming up December 5th. And I know a lot of you all have been over the last 2 years. It's a good time, it's a good time to have bingo, the good prizes, but also resources. You want to make sure that you have important resources also while you're having a little bit of fun at the same time. All right. Well, yeah, that's one thing I want to double down on. A lot of people say it's fun, man. But we have different problems for every event we have. We always make sure that we try
Right. So just want to say that the bingo event that we have annually is definitely a fun event. You get to win TVs, shows to the Fox. We have a lot of great prizes, but I want people to know that our priority is making sure that you get the resources that we have. We always have resources at every event that we have. It's never just a fun event. So outside of that, we just make sure everybody be there. We definitely have our district office at 6 Mile and Gratiot in the Matrix Center. If you have issues, Wednesdays and Fridays, if you want to meet with the councilman in person and sit down with him, he has 2 days for you to sit down. So he's very accessible. He's a very accessible person. So Wednesdays and Fridays, if you have an issue that he's been working on and you want to sit down and talk to the councilman in person, those are the days that are provided. So
last, the city of Detroit, we have a new ombudsman woman. She was voted in last week. So the telephone number is inside your resource guide. If you have any issues or concerns, you have a lot of different entities that are working for you. Our office, the mayor's number, the Department of Neighborhoods, that direct telephone number hotline is in there. The ombudsman's office, or ombudswoman. So she's also available 5, 6, 7 days a week to help with your issues and concerns. So, ending this, please call us. If it's something that we can't handle, we're gonna lead you to the right source. And our focus is solutions. We just don't pass the buck and pass it along. We're looking for solutions. We're gonna help you get a solution. If it's on the city level, state, or federal, we'll do our best. So please contact us. Thank you, President.
Thank you. Okay, so I did everything out of order, but you gonna keep this moving. Oh. Put it right down, all right. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I went ahead and went to the, to have our chaplain prayers in, but I should have introduced it like the staff. So of course, I'm Kim Jackson, president, 11th Precinct, Lead Community Relations Council. I have my secretary, I like how the girl in okay, the secretary, come out talking, and then we have the treasurer, Leon White. So, now let's go to the check. What my win? Baby, y'all showed up, and I was I was so happy. You guys came out, had hot dogs and chips and pizza and drinks. We had a ton of stuff. You guys came out. It was so ironic because the chief came up to me and said, when I turned that corner, he was like, I'm sorry. And I must say, I think so far we turned it out. We got one more that's supposed to happen, I think, tomorrow. But in the meantime, we got kudos. I don't care what nobody said, we got kudos. I appreciate you guys so much. I don't care if you didn't walk, I don't care if you could walk. You guys showed up. And I appreciate that so much. You guys have no idea. So thank you for doing that. Yeah. Okay, Halloween. You know, Halloween is on the 31st. And we're gonna do trunk or treat. Hold on, we got a couple things going on. Hold on. So, trunk or treat starts the 31st, and I believe the time is gonna be 4 to 7. But they have something called, and I don't have a flyer, so I'm about to sit here and start telling y'all some stories. So I'm not gonna say nothing until I get some in front of me so I can tell you the truth. But I know 28th, the 29th, the 28th, 29th, and 30th is something they call spectacular. And it is going to be here. But I'll get more information. I did see a flyer. So as soon as I get the flyer, I'll make sure you guys know what's going on. However, the trunk or treat. If you guys want to donate candy, feel free to do that. If you can bring the candy into the community relations office, somebody there grab it from. We also, yep, there we go. That's what happened. Okay, today. So you guys should have this in your pack. You go on the table. And it's called the Hunter Garage and Hill. And these are the days. It's the 28th through Friday the 31st. And it's going to start, and it's nightly. Yep, thank you. It's going to go from 6 to 9. Okay? And it's a free event. So guys, you know, come and enjoy. Kind of tell you all what you can do, what you can, just no running, but really, really good. I mean, good for the kids. Get them out of the house once for a little while. Take a shower, go to bed. That's my mom. Get them out playing, get tired, go to bed. But this is starting Tuesday through Friday, so it's just almost a week event. Okay. Yeah. Now, I'm collecting money for candy. Well, I don't buy candy. I buy some chips because we get so much candy. So, you can do one or two things. You can bring whatever you want to bring and just drop it off in the community relations office. Or, grab one. Or, what we can do is that if you want to donate money, I'll take it. And then I go to Sam's Club and I buy however much money I have, I spend all of it on chips. So I can go buy a huge variety of chips. So it's your call. I got money from some people, and I usually go probably the week of Halloween. So if you guys want to drop off money here, you want to do it tonight, your call. But I just want you guys to know that that's the plan that I usually do. I'll go get chips. I'm not going to buy chips because we get so much. Okay? Next, you should have a flyer. It's called Tailgate for Truth. You should have this one. This is an event that's coming up this weekend. It's going to be from 11 to 4. And they're suggesting a $25 donation. But the money goes to the disabled veterans. And, you know, Veterans Day is next month, and I understand they're gonna have a nice little shindig for the veterans. So whatever's raised will go in that time and go for the veterans, okay? Now our other big one, you know, we got our big, take back, our drug take back. That is going to be October 25th, is your drug take back day. You should also have this flyer. It's gonna be from 10 to 2. And it's gonna be right here at the station, and we try to keep that beautiful gold throne over there. Okay, that beautiful photo. That is all. So that's for, and you correct me if I'm wrong, any prescription or even like over the counter medication, but no needles. Okay, no liquid, no vape, no vape, no marijuana. No marijuana, because somebody will do it, so we gotta put it out there. We gotta do it. Right, we just gotta say it. So that's what any of your pills, yes. Okay, well, you see, there we go. We already cleaned it up. Here we go.
Bring those pills, you know, the one that punch the pills out, you know, the little pill pack.
Yeah,
They can bring those and leave the pills in the pack.
okay, so do we have any to give out? We'll see, do we have any pill packs to give out or no?
No, we don't know. Buy like.
Okay, you know, I'm thinking, we have, they give us a bag that we can drop pills, yeah, okay, so 2 different things. So yeah, so she said, bring those, you can bring those, okay? Just like she said, no liquids, no needles, no vape, no marijuana, nothing we can do with all of that. So don't bring it, but this is a huge day, yeah.
But one more thing, make sure that you take your prescription out of your bottle. We don't want your personal information. Okay, so make sure you take it out. Pour them into a freezer bag, and then dump the bag. Put out the dumping bag. All right. No personal identifying information. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Okay, so we have that. Please be mindful, there's so much good information over there on the table. So I'm hoping everybody grabs that information. What I'm gonna do is I'll make sure that I scan them and I'm gonna try to send them, I'm gonna send them back out to you. I understand some people haven't been getting the emails. I don't know what's going on, but I'm only getting one bouncing back. So, okay, so I'm gonna, make sure you guys get that. It's probably later on in the week. When you last say it's gonna be today or tomorrow. So I'm not gonna put that. Now, my Block Club members, you all gave me your information last month. I have it here. I typed it out. What I want from you guys is to validate what I did is the information you put down. If it's correct, we will, and I'm going to get you guys how you feel about this. The captain and commander are going to get them no matter what. But I don't know, do you guys want to circulate it around? Do you want them amongst the Block Club? You guys have to tell me. I don't want to distribute this information out, and you don't want all this information out. Okay? So you guys let me know how you feel about your information being on here. But in the meantime, I want you guys, all the Block Club members, like already need to know, want you to check your information. So if you guys can start looking through, making sure this information is good. If it's good, then we'll go from there. There you go, sir. Yep, there you go. Okay. Okay, I got it. When they're good, okay, Block Club. Okay, so here's what I had. I got Harry Packer, Romy Gilder. Who's here for that? Okay, we got yours already. Okay, North Central Block Club. Okay. Johnson Road, I don't. Okay. Okay. England Street. Okay, I got Packer Brown and somebody grab Packer. Okay. when you're good. Okay, review. Okay, feel. Okay, Ryan Pam. Who's here for Ryan Pam? Okay, so then, okay, I'm gonna have you verify this information, this is good, okay? What about our drive? It is. Cleaner. Okay. The ones that have it, I want you to make sure everything is good. I already got something that came back because the information changed. Please make sure that the information is good. I'm gonna do this again. Now I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about the information being passed out, or do you want to keep it amongst block club presidents or vice presidents? Do you want to keep that information? You guys tell me what to do because I can do a blast email. Exactly. I agree, but I want to make sure how you guys feel because I don't want the information to get out. Like, now watch you get this one, this one. You know, I've been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. Yep. Did you hear what you used to say? I definitely can. Yep, I can do that, no doubt. It would take total stop it. You know, because people can go there and say, hey, let me see who, you know, this is my block club. So I would be more than happy. But as long as you guys are good with sharing it, I'm good with putting it out. But I'm not going to put it out until I know that the information that I type is good. And I already got something back because some stuff has changed. So I want to make sure, yes. Absolutely, and give it back to me. Yes, you can. Yep, and I'll take care of it.
Some people want you to verify how you want to do that. We can make it, you know, we can put it, hand it up to the precinct Facebook page.
Okay.
Community.
There you go. Okay. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And as we start developing block club, then we can always add to it. So of course, the more the merrier, because I think this is a great list that we have. I thought it was a really, really good list. So just yeah. Okay. I'll say it to make sure. Okay, and then I'll make sure, and that's what I say. If I did call your block club, that means I didn't have any information from last month. But if you give it to me, I will make sure everything gets updated. Once it does, then I'll make sure D gets a copy right off the rip. You're gonna go ahead and post it, and then I'll make sure all of you guys do. So everybody has everyone's information, because even though you may not stay on that street, your parents may stay over there. You may have a friend that's over there, and somebody needs to get some information. So I want to make sure that this gets, you know, in you guys' hands. But I'm not going to do it until I make sure everything is good. I'm hoping by next month, everything will be squared away. I'm hoping before next month, we can get it going. Okay. Okay, so here's what I did. Now I might have fallen off the wagon, and I'm going to take the hit. I don't know if you guys know, but the Police Citizens Academy is taking applications. They only had 25 spots. And unfortunately, I wasn't the only one that got here. Which means I should have sent it out a long time ago. And I did. But I called today and I was told whoever wants to fill it out, for me, you, whoever, I don't care who do it, get it to them tomorrow. So the academy is officially supposed to start on Monday. Okay? And the time for the academy is going to be from 6 to 8. And it's going to be down at headquarters. So, if you think you might want to, I'm telling you, I did it, and it was a really, really good class. I enjoyed it. Kim Worthy did a whole presentation. I'm quite sure it might be different now, but the presentation, we went to the 911 call center. My whole frame of mind changed because the world revolves around Kim. So when Kim called 911, I don't care if your mama was sick, I called 911. But that's not reality. And going down there and realizing because my neighbor next door is playing his music, but now we got Pookie and Ray Ray acting stupid. Well, that's gonna be the top priority. The top priority is not Kim because her neighbor's playing loud music. And it was a cork on the head that I said, wow, going this one. Very, very, very good class. And I think it's 6 weeks. And I mean, you have it, them 6 weeks. Very good class. Yes, ma'am. 911 call center. The law. Kim Worthy did a presentation at, I don't know, you guys might go back to way. Like I said, I did this several years ago. And I know we went to a community college, and she did a huge presentation of the laws and what they do as the prosecutors, and the information they have to have. The 911 call center was incredible. Because when I walked in there and saw them cameras, I already would have lost my job. Because I'd have been like, where am I looking and where am I going? Amazing, and how the priority. So it just, to me, it just gave me a better perspective of how things are done. The calls that come in, how they prioritize. So it was a huge eye-opener. And like I said, that's when I went. So I don't know what they do now. I'm quite sure it's still very intriguing, no doubt. But I'm not sure on like exactly what they do now. But that's how, when I went. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yep. Yeah, exactly. No, but it's 6 to 8 p.m. and it's down at headquarters on the 3rd floor, and they call it the Skyler Room. Oh, sugar, wait a minute. We got the association president here of the Police Citizens Academy. So we're going to let her say a word or two about it, and she'll probably give you more information than I do. No, you need to.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Smith, and I am the president of the Detroit Police Citizen Academy Alumni Association. Okay, so the class starts on Monday. It's from 6 to 8. They ask you to be there really about 5:45. You do have parking. It is inside of the lot. Class, everyone attends the class will get a booklet or a folder. So every week, you will be doing something different. You never do the same thing twice. They have speakers come in, someone from homicide, someone from domestic violence. Again, like Kim said, someone, you will go to 911. It will be a night where you will meet at what they call the training center for a semination class. That's where the shooting class. Okay. And I guess the good thing about it, even though it's only from 6 to 8. They know some people will be coming from work. They feed you. Okay, so they do serve, yes, they do serve you, so it's not like you just, coming. You'll be able to ask questions, understand. They talk about a lot of things that happen in our neighborhood. So any speaker that's there, and you have a question, they have question and answer of your. After you graduate from the class, you will receive a certificate, and you will also be invited to come over to the alumni so that you'll be able to continue your journey and learning more about what they do. So when they have different events, whether it's at your local precinct or whether it's downtown at headquarters, they ask for our participation, just like we do for the community relations. Okay, and you'll also be able to ride along in the car with the police. Okay. Okay, when I did my ride along, believe it or not, I wound up in a situation with a barricaded gun. Okay, which is right in our area. Okay. And all they told me to do just stay in the car. I was so nosy. I was so nosy. So I wanted to see. They said, "Oh, okay, we're gonna take you back." I said, "No, I want to stay. I want to stay." So yeah. So you do learn some things. Some things are going on. You set the ride along with your local precinct. So wherever you live, that's where you will come, and they will set you a date and a time for you to do a ride along. Any questions for me? Yes, if we can get enough people to attend the class, we do try to get 2 classes a year. Okay, so we got one, I call it in the fall, and then we try to do one in the spring. Yes, yes, a lot of times.
We won't wait till the last minute.
Yeah, a lot of times the date will sneak up on us, or they'll let us know at the last minute. So as soon as they let me know, then I can let the community know. There's a question back there. Yes, ma'am. How many students are you and the officer?
Oh, no, we're talking about the class itself.
Oh, how many students do you need for the class? Okay, at least 25. They try to get at least 25 or more. We have had more, so it's either 25 or more. Yes, sir.
I have applications right up here if you want to go for the class that starts Monday. I have those applications.
And I have some also.
No, it's 6 weeks. Yep, it's 6 weeks from 6 to 8. Yep, yep.
Yes. Oh, and this is another important thing. Yes, they do. When you fill the application out, they want to make sure that we're not collecting criminals. So they will do a background. They will run your name through the system to see. I've turned in several applications, and they said, "Mr. Cass, where you get these names from?" Okay, I don't know you from Adam. So when you fill the applications out and I turn them in, they run the check. And if I don't see you, I just assume either you didn't want to go to the class or you had some issues. Okay, you need some more applications.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And push come to shove now, you'll take it down. So if you guys wanna fill them out tonight, Yolanda will take them downtown. So they'll get down there tomorrow. So if that's what you wanna do, and I think there's a spot on there that says, where did you hear about this? Make sure you put the 11th Precinct Community Relations Meeting. That's where you heard it, because everything on there has to be filled out. If it's not filled out and not filled out right, they're gonna throw it right in the trash, ain't answer no questions. Okay, yes, sir. Is it every day or? Once a week. Oh, once a week. It's once a week, every month. Okay. Not every day. Right, okay, so, yeah. I think I put in more. All right, cool, folks, I know you have something you wanna talk about, because I know you've been, and I don't wanna hold you up.
Thank you, Kim, for this platform. I greatly appreciate it. Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Gray. I'm a senior corporal with the Detroit Police Department. You guys see me every time you come in. I appreciate you all for coming. It shows that you care about your community. I thank you, but I appreciate you all for that. We're led by the one and only Sergeant Spruce and our Captain Griffin. Great leadership at our precinct. Glad they're working here. I'm glad to work on it. Real quick, I'm going to give you all a heads up. I am a domestic violence advocate. Some of you, when you walked in, you saw the green garbage can to the right. A couple of people had told that before. Well, on that, or inside of that garbage can, I'm collecting canned goods. I am associated with a women and children's domestic violence shelter, where I am raising as many canned goods as I can, and we try to do a lot of that during the winter months. And that's to keep the women inside the facility instead of being out of there. So if you happen to have any canned goods that you're, trying to donate, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm running it through the entire winter months. So anytime you're driving through our great precinct and you want to stop through with your canned goods and drop some off, I greatly appreciate it. Yes, ma'am. That's a great question. I'm a Marine myself, and Force Battalions came from the Marine Corps, so I was doing that years ago, and it kind of like dwindled down. But we do have some other individuals that are doing Force Battalions. But this particular facility has a different organization. Any other questions? Thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it. Again, you can drop it off anytime you come in to say, hey, I'm trying to donate for the canned good drive for the victims of domestic violence, women's and children's shelter, and they'll point you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, welcome.
That's why there's more than a monster for me this year.
But we have ourselves looking nice, man. I like that. All right, this is booked by Just King. So I'll let you introduce yourself.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Judge Kenneth King from 36th District Court, and I'm delighted to see so many of you here. That is a sign of a strong community. And there are a lot of you here, so I really appreciate that. I'm not running for election right now, so I'm here on my own good. Okay, let's clear the air. But I wanted to give you some valuable information. I don't know how many of you have had any interaction with 36th District Court, but 36th District Court is your court. Anything that happens in the city of Detroit primarily comes to 36th District Court first, whether it's an annual tenant, criminal matters, misdemeanors, civil matters that are less than $25,000, and traffic. Traffic is by far our largest docket. We have more judges that are dedicated to that docket than any other docket that we have. I'm right now on the traffic docket. But there's so many of us. There's 29 judges in 36th District Court. 29 judges, and I believe we have 6 magistrates. During the time I was chief judge of 36th District Court, we had 8,000 people that came to our doors every day. So we had a lot of traffic. That was pre-pandemic. Since the pandemic, things have changed because we have Zoom technology now. So if you have a traffic ticket, chances are you don't have to personally come down to 36th District Court. You can jump on Zoom and you can handle your back. Now, that doesn't mean that you can name the bed or you're on the toilet. You'd be surprised what I've seen more on Zoom. Okay? people wearing hats. You're on Zoom, but you're still in court. So I want people to be mindful of that. But one of the things I want to alert everyone, there is absolutely no excuse for anyone to be out there driving dirty, driving without a license, or driving with no insurance, tickets, having their license suspended, those kinds of things. No excuse for it, because the city of Detroit right now is bending over backwards to accommodate you. And what I mean by that is if you have a speeding ticket, set up a court date, get that matter resolved, because 9 times out of 10, if you go ahead and pay the ticket, you're going to pay with a lot of points, which is going to affect your insurance, that type of thing. If your license has been suspended, still don't run. It's not going to go away. You're going to keep getting pulled over. All right, you're going to keep getting tickets, and the license is going to be further suspended and so forth. It's best for you to get those matters resolved from the beginning, because we're there to work with you. I've had people who come to me with 30 tickets. 30. I've had more than that. 30 tickets. By the time I'm finished reading those tickets off, I gotta drink some water. And I'm kind of upset at the person, because the city is really working with them. They will dismiss maybe 25 of them. Have you plead to 5, give you time to pay the cost of fine. I mean, we're really working with them. And so, no insurance is a big one also, because who can afford this insurance? Right? But if you have insurance by the time you make your court date, and you're able to show that proof of insurance, we're dismissing the ticket altogether. You don't have to pay anything. So we're doing things that other jurisdictions are not doing at all, aren't even thinking about them, because we're not trying to hurt you guys, we're trying to help you. We want you to have a driver's license. We want you to be out there driving legally. We want you to be insured. Okay? So we're divided. Your last name is WZ. If you get a traffic ticket, you're going to come to me. Okay? WZ. If your last name, even if the last name is hyphenated, it's WZ, it's going to come to me. If it's A through C, it's going to go to another judge, so forth and so forth. Are there any questions? Yes, sir.
Can you stand up so we can hear you?
I didn't know about the new board.
I think it's actually going to work better for the citizens of the city of Detroit, because prior to that, Wayne County prosecutors would do the misdemeanors, and they don't seem to be as lenient as our city prosecutors are in terms of deals that are being offered and that type of thing. As far as efficiency, it's going to be about the same. I don't think you're going to see a big difference in it. And I'm comfortable in telling you that, because before I was a judge, and I've been a judge now for 19 years, before I was a judge, I was a Wayne County prosecutor. And before I was on the traffic docket, I was on the criminal exam docket. I did all the felonies that involved murder, rape, domestic violence that included felonies, child abuse, and elder abuse cases. I was the only judge in that courthouse to do those cases. Prior to that, I was in the misdemeanor docket, which I did primarily misdemeanors that were charged through Wayne County. But you're not going to see a big difference in efficiency. I think you may see some leniency, more so towards the citizens, as opposed to how it is now with the Wayne County prosecutor. Yes, ma'am. if there are some programs out there, I particularly don't know about them because I'm not in that phase of the proceedings. That comes through our probation department. When I put someone in probation and they have to report to the probation department, that probation agent will tell them what they have to do, where they have to go, who they have to see. And then we have different vendors who come to the court and say, hey, I have this program, I want your judge to start sending the vendors to these particular programs. And this is how we help. So if you have something like that you want to get started, I would urge you to do so and to get in contact with our probation department as a vendor and see if that's something they would be interested in. Yes, ma'am. So I think there's some programs out there, like Wayne County Neighborhood Legal Services. I think that's still the name that will provide free legal services for people. We get Wayne County Neighborhood Legal Services. We have issues that pop up like that all the time, particularly as it relates to banking issues. Our seniors who have been misused and that type of thing. Our judges are very good at beating those kinds of cases out, and we advocate for our citizens. So, everybody. Oh, okay. Well, you can also go to the EOC. That's a good place to start. They will sign you, a lawyer will tell you if you have a case in that time. Yes. Any other questions? All right. Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate you.
Coming out. And next we have what I present. Oh, I got a question. Sheriff King, want to take your stuff off of you? Is it a hand up? Okay, well, we're gonna keep it moving. Okay. Okay. So next on the list, have famous Captain Griffin. Come on in.
Good evening, everyone. Y'all make me kind of feel like a celebrity here. I didn't see y'all last month. I got a chance to get away from my birthday. So I'm back to work now. And, it's always my endeavor to make sure that I serve everybody. And I serve everybody with 100% of everything that I have. I show up to work every day looking for the bad guys. And I'm accountable to everyone that is in it. So I'm always available after the meeting. So if anyone has a complaint, I see a lot of familiar faces. I see some new faces. So welcome. This is a monthly meeting when we come together under President's leadership, Kim Jackson, we provide information. Tonight we have Judge Kenneth King here. And so I provide some information to you as well, and also allow you to hold me accountable for what's going on in the community and what's not going on. So hold me accountable. So tonight when we get started, I've got quite a few slides. I try to make up for last month. I don't want to keep everybody here to midnight. So I'm gonna breeze right through these here. And I'll stop and I'll take questions briefly, and then I'll be available after the meeting. Okay, can everyone see these slides? Am I in anyone's way? All right, first slide. So the first few slides is going to talk about the crime. This is a report that's done daily and it's done for the entire police department. There are 11 police precincts in the city of Detroit. And so we are number 11. This is just a basic overview of the crime for what's going on in the city. Would it be better if is this better for everyone? All right. Next slide. As you can see, the most important far right column of this slide, you see all green arrows. That's what you want. Those arrows are pointing down. So that means the crime is down from what it was in 2024, which is the objective. Every year we should be suppressing crime. So it's good to see those green arrows pointing down. Next slide. So with regard to the 11th precinct, which is highlighted here at the bottom of these borders, as you can see from last year to this year, and there are 9 different crime categories that they track. Criminal homicide from last year this time, the data was pulled from yesterday. So from yesterday's date, October 13th, in comparison to last year's date, last year we had 16 reported homicides. Certainly one person losing their life, being murdered is a tragedy, one too many. However, this year we've had 12. So that's a decrease of 4. Certainly we'd like that number to be 0 so that families don't have to suffer. But you can see the trend of crime is coming down with regard to homicides. The next crime category is sexual assaults. Sexual assaults last year we had 42 reported cases. This year we have 23. So that's a decrease of 45%. Certainly one is, again, as any of these crime categories, one is one too many for a person to be victimized by another human being. But certainly the men and women here at the 11th precinct, they're having some impact. So the next category is aggravated assault. And as you can see, that number is pretty high. Last year we had 671 reported cases. And within that number, it accounts for non-fatal shootings. So that number is inside of this number. And so the aggravated assaults are usually cases that stem from domestic type situations, people pointing guns at other individuals, people threatening people with bats, and so forth. And then for those crimes, those assaults that occur where a person is not armed, the assault will cause a person to lose consciousness, knock out teeth, break a bone. That's an aggravated assault. So last year we had 671, and this year we have 666 reported cases so far. 5 less than last year, but a small percentage decrease, but yet a decrease. Next slide. Bless you. Non-fatal shootings. Last year we had 38 reported non-fatal shootings. This year we've had 34. Yes, sir. It's also a separate category, but those numbers are within, yes. So that's a 10% decrease. Four people less reported this year that were shot last year. Robberies. Last year we had 86 reported cases. This year we have 61. Carjackings. Last year this time we had 4 reported cases. This year we had 3. So that's 1 less. Next slide. Burglaries. Last year we had 344 cases of burglary where people's homes or businesses were broken into. This year we've had 232. That's a decrease of 32%. Larcenies. This number is also pretty high. The two crimes that drive the drivers of pretty much the crimes in this precinct and pretty much throughout the city are the aggravated assaults and the larcenies. Unfortunately, we have the Family Dollars, the Dollar Trees, these convenience stores that are in our communities that try to provide, some goods and services. People just walk in and help themselves. And so those reported cases are driver in this category. So last year we had 860 reported cases. This year we have 815. So it's a decrease. Certainly, we don't want those corporations to close, and those businesses won't be in the community to provide those goods and services for us. Motor vehicle theft. Last year we had 471 reported vehicles stolen. This year we have 292 so far. So that's a decrease of 38%. Next slide. This slide represents our response time. As you can see, well, if you can't see, the response time. So when you call 911, that goes through a civilian dispatcher. That dispatcher then forwards that call to either fire, EMS, or police. And then it's on another dispatch console. So when you're calling, it's a relay. And so from the dispatch, police dispatch, it's dispatched to a car. And so that total time was 12 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're constantly talking to the officers to make sure that they respond to those police calls. Because when you're calling 911, 1 second can seem like an eternity. So we push that they respond, expeditiously. So, and then for the prior week, the average was 10 minutes and 58 seconds. Total response time to police runs. Those are priority one runs, like shootings, assaults, and different things of that sort. Next slide. Priority two, bring down those of the barking dogs. Somebody stole a candy bar at the store. So the response time for the previous day was 28 minutes. So, and then for the prior week, the average was 27 minutes. Next slide. So these are some of your year-to-date totals. For felony arrests, year-to-date, we've arrested 820 people for felony crimes, 462 for misdemeanor crimes. We've arrested juveniles for felony crimes, 38 of them. For misdemeanor crimes, we've arrested 46 juveniles. We've performed 7,123 traffic stops, and we've issued 11,093 tickets or ordinances, which some of those people will be seeing Judge King. We've investigated the number of people that we've come in contact with. Yes. Yeah, that includes curfew. Yeah. We've come in contact with 35,019 people so far this year. We've recovered 291 vehicles. We've impounded 890 vehicles. And we've completed 812 accident reports. And other vehicles investigated total 8,170 for a total vehicle count of 10,163. We've confiscated 17 long guns. We've confiscated 133 handguns, 4 knives, and 2 other weapons. We've arrested 67 people for CCW or weapons offense, 18 individuals for OTE. That's the offer to engage. That's the prostitution, ordinance that we do as officers. We've arrested 26 people for homicide or attempted murder, 14 individuals for narcotics, 7 individuals for robberies, 12 individuals for resisting and obstructing, no individuals for criminal sexual conduct. We've arrested 3 people for stolen vehicles and 234 individuals have been arrested on outstanding warrants. We put out 4,574 scout cars. We've answered 20,384 police runs. We've completed 5,205 reports. We've done 251 hours of surveillance, training hours of 12. MDOC checks, we've done 85. So those individuals that have returned home from being in prison, we maintain contact with them with the Department of Corrections. And we've executed 44 search warrants. Yes, sir. That slide is coming up. So this is a house that we raided for a robbery suspect. Next slide. This was a search warrant executed on this residence for evidence connected with a non-fatal shooting. Next slide. This was a search warrant that was executed on a home in relation to a narcotics complaint. So those complaints that you call in and you let us know, we're following up on them. We're executing search warrants. Next slide. These are a couple of the weapons that have been recovered. As you can see, this one, if you go back, does everyone know what a switch is? Everyone's familiar with a switch. So this weapon down here to your right, that circle with the red circle, that's a switch on the back of a Glock handgun, and it essentially turns this handgun into almost a machine gun. So, and those are being prosecuted by the federal government. Next slide. So the complaints that you call in where people are working on cars in the neighborhood and all these abandoned cars just littered on the street. As you can see, my team of neighborhood police officers, this is Greeley Street. These vehicles were towed, as you can see. They responded in connection with the code enforcement. These vehicles were towed. Next slide. More vehicles, vehicles stolen, parked, stripped. These vehicles were also towed. Next slide. We also address when homes have power illegally. We address that as well. So if they're in your community, this type of theft causes our charges to go up, for our utilities. So, next slide. Yes, ma'am. You can report it to us, or you can, if you need to, if you have more access to us, you can report it to us, or you can report it to your preference. This is Cardone Street. Vehicle tripped in the garage. Someone called. NPOs are out there. We're addressing these vehicles. People that are working on these vehicles in the neighborhood, leaving them or storing them in garages. We're responding and towing those vehicles out of the neighborhood. Next slide. That's the continuation of photos of those vehicles. Next slide. Had a new block club start on Arcola Street. This was some photos from their first block club. This is a search warrant was executed at this hookah shop. A lot of hookah shops are selling marijuana. They're not supposed to be selling marijuana. So this was actually one I saw was a lot of traffic. So I notified Vice, and they executed a search warrant. They seized 17,000 pounds of marijuana. So I'm sorry, 17,000 grams. I'm sorry. Yeah. That was a test. 17,000 grams. They forfeited $5,000, over $5,000 in cash. They arrested the individual. They recovered a firearm. So that's a good execution. They should not be selling marijuana. You know, if you have a business to sell tobacco products, sell tobacco products, not marijuana. Yes, ma'am. So now that's another process. So this business has a City of Detroit license, but it's not licensed to sell marijuana. So now that information from what Vice executed has to go through the circuit court, and then the circuit court will order the business to be closed. So that's the process. Yeah.
It will be closed, no.
Question? Good man, good man. Someone else had a question. They're still doing that through our law department. Yeah, there's a certain criteria. There's a certain number of events that have to happen at the location. That's done through the law department. So we're pursuing it, you know, through the number of police runs, the number of police enforcement actions, and so forth. So the county is still, I think that's under nuisance abatement. They're still doing it. Is there another question? Yes, ma'am. Talking about this shop here? I don't, that's handled through BC. Also, I'm not sure, but it'll probably take about 30 days for them to go through the court process to close it. And then I'm not sure whatever the criteria is for them to meet before they can reopen. I'm not sure, but I could try to get the timeline for it.
So you got a couple different ways. You got the administrative way, that's a civil process. There are times where they can be closed immediately or within, say, a week. Like immediately is an emergency closure. But then it's you know, a lot of times it may take like up to 7 days before you get out there and you actually go put the placards on it. But in this case right here, it's going to be a criminal process. So like Captain said, it's going to go through circuit court. So we still may get it closed within the week while it's going through the circuit court. But this one right here may not open back up. But some of the other ones that may open back up, either whatever we close them for, they meet the criteria they needed to meet with building safety or licensing, or they enter into a consent agreement. In those cases, they might open back up based on what's going on. But in this case right here, circuit court, I mean, we're looking to close them permanently.
Yes.
Coming out from Shopify. I think
Thank you.
Like you have been operating.
So I was wondering, what's the process? Are they working? Because I know that you guys, how does that work? Are they, the fact that I don't know, their numbers coincide with your numbers? Also, with your numbers,
you referring to the CBI groups, right? Yeah, so they operate independently from the police department. So it's kind of their mission to kind of go in and try to move about within the community to try to change the mindset to affect crime. And then they have a sector of which, so it's based on if those numbers are down in that sector, then they receive whatever incentive pay or however it's broken out. But they operate independently from us, if that answers your question. So they're supposed to go into the community, identify the groups and gangs, and then try to talk to them and try to offer some intervention to change the mindset to turn away from violence as a form of resolution. So they do that independently from the police department. I think that was something that the mayor brought to the city. That was like, you know. Oh, okay. All right. So.
I just wondered about how you that very organized for all priority that's very organized. So it's that's how it's here. So how is there another group that can pop up and support
Well, we only have one CBI group for the 11th precinct. They have different. We have throughout the precincts, different CBI groups that are assigned to different precincts. Does that answer your question? Okay. Ms. Mobley, how are you this evening? Good. Yes, we have a deployment strategy that they started a couple years back, and we do this deployment strategy is deployed every weekend. Yeah, we do it throughout the summer. I think it's I don't know, do they extend past October?
Yeah, it's still going on with that.
Okay.
It's weather driven too, so it may go in there. If we have a warm day in November, we'll do it. But what happens is there'll be officers from every single precinct will come together, and then they'll be monitoring social media and everything else where these drag racers and objectives go up to, and they'll go there and they'll disrupt it. It's the same thing for block parties. You know, if they hear of a party going on a block where there's individuals out front and parking in the kind of way, those officers will go there and end up breaking up the party. So that's something that really started back in, I think, early May, and it's still going on. Was it April till now, and they'll probably go for another week.
Can I add something? Now, if you guys know anybody that like to go watch and may not participate in drag racing, they watch, you're just guilty. And a lot of those charges being told, those people are the consequences very big. So without spectators, I'm sure they wouldn't get drag racing.
Somebody else have a question?
I need you to stand up so we can't hear you.
I'm trying to find in the record.
There was one felony arrest. One of the yes. Any other questions? Okay. Next slide. So these also vice. They go in. They go in. As you can see, these three different businesses. They'll send a minor in attempting to purchase tobacco products. And so these three locations sold, and so they received tickets and fines. for selling tobacco to minors. So we're not also just addressing the part one, the violent crime, we're also addressing businesses and holding them accountable for being in our community. So these actions were executed by Vice.
Would they go down?
I don't think they were closed for that.
Or they did, someone went in and they did it to the,
They said, yeah, so we'll,
to the minor,
yes.
and you didn't lock it up?
Well, I don't know what their
Well,
process.
you check it out.
No, they didn't. It's not, no, they haven't been placarded. If it's to that level, then it'll go through the same process as the marijuana, place like that. But it's tobacco, so.
But there'll be a violation
Yeah, yeah.
report, and it'll be set off the state, and whatever. If they accumulate, then the business will be closed down. So it's kind of building the case for closure.
The warning.
So how is the clerk that sells it, whoever sells it, that person gets the citation, they sell marijuana, not marijuana, right? Tobacco. They sell the tobacco or vape to a minor, they'll get a, citation, and we'll go in, we'll do an inspection, and like the mayor said, based on how many, times it happens, we'll kind of determine what, next steps we take. The city takes action as well as the state. And so, they come in, the state has different fines or consequences in the city. So, but I think you get so many, depending on how frequent it is based on, how we respond. But you will, once they sell, they will, look at it. And there's an opportunity for, a hearing to, revoke that license.
What about those that sell it?
That's a violation as well. Yeah. Just give me the location before you leave. Next slide. They conduct, again, this is another operation by Vice along that corridor, McNichols and John R. I know some people in here live near that area, and that area has just been just a 40 years prostitutes in that area having to live under that. So Vice is helping us out by executing these type of operations. So they execute an operation where they arrested 6 individuals and they impounded their cars. And those cars usually cost about $1,000 to get out of their car. Next slide. This is the gas station right there at McNichols and John R. They've been closed and they're still closed. How long have they been closed? Yeah. So. Yeah. 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 Next slide. I'm not sure.
So when the case is out there, because this was their second time this year being closed, and they were under a consent agreement. And so what happens now is they're going through the process, circuit court, things like that. So that place is going to be closed. They'll probably, with some new benefit. So they're not going to easily open back up. So when they open up, I would expect that it will look different and things like that if they open back up.
So this is the new slide that I added because I think it's important. I think the young man back there asked about. So on the left, this is citywide numbers with regard to the number of missing persons outstanding. 2,141 have been recovered. On the right are the statistics for the 11th precinct. We've had 110 reported individuals missing. Runaways, they put them in the same category, but they're not necessarily the impact of an actual missing person. And so out of 110 reported missing, we recovered 97. So that's adults and juveniles. So we still 13 individuals that are still remaining missing. Yes, ma'am.
So, I was led for 2 cars, one on 4, we go down there, she's a tough person, we go down there, and we got in contact with some people. So we got in contact with a couple people in Chicago. This is true. We got in contact. The girl got mental illness. So we got in contact with her, and they said she was sleeping on the bench. She's 27 years old. So me and my crew, we walking all through Chicago to river place and all that. But we got a call last night because we went to the hospital and everything. Now I told them, put that on the flyer, the 100 speak up. A guy called security and said, she's walking here, your daughter's right here. And so the mother who works for me, she said, well, we gotta go to Chicago and gotta get guardianship down there. I said, we don't. She hungry, she's starving, let's feed her, then we'll put her, get her in the car. So I'm wondering, like, do we do the 100 speak up or we call that precinct? Because she was missing off of opening. But she was missing and she was on Channel 4 News. So because right now I told my employee, I was like, you probably need to go right back down there again, report the police, but they found her.
Missing from Oakland here in the city.
Yes, off of Oakland Street. And so she got down to Chicago. The guy told us at the pieces place, like, yeah, she walked around here. She's trying to eat somebody. She got down here, and they put her out. And so then I got the picture last night. She is walking around there homeless, but she had mental illness. She needs medicine. So I'm saying, do we call the 100 speak up? Tell the police to bring her, how to get her back here to Detroit.
Call 1-800 speak up. Call the police if you're in Chicago. Call for the police in Chicago. And let them know Chicago police will contact you personally. And then that way because missing person cases, we can never take them out of the system. They're like
Homicides, unsolved homicides are always active cases. So missing person cases cannot be closed until the police actually physically see that individual. And so the case will remain, the person will remain to be a missing person. So if you can get her back or, no. But the police, what the police can do is the police can communicate with the Chicago police and then maybe FaceTime or something. If she's at a hospital, the police can speak to a doctor and the doctor can confirm that the individual's in the hospital. No, so before we can close the case, we have to physically see them.
Like you got there.
Correct. Well, right. We have to physically see them. Yeah. It's not on the police. Unfortunately, that part is not on the police to get her back to Michigan. Question. I'll have to get that breakdown for you. Yes. You want to build that one? I know we have a mental health unit, but as far as missing persons, with somebody. Next slide. So these are the three newest police officers to join the 11th Precinct. Gary Baker, I think he's at the front desk. Keandre Smith and police officer Kevin Crow. So they just graduated from the police academy and they were assigned here at the 11th Precinct. Next slide. So these are some of the things that are coming up with regard to our calendar. October 28th through Friday the 31st, we will have a haunted garage and hill for the children between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. That'll be here from Tuesday to Friday, and then Friday will be holiday. There he is, Officer Tanker. I remember when I was that young and I had a job here. We'll see what he looked like in about 27. Question in the back. This is the D3 All Block Club Connect meeting. This is being held Saturday, October 18th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Where's this one? Farwell. And then October 31st from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the station, the Michigan Central, the old train, the new train station. They will have a Halloween event sponsored by Ford Philanthropy. That will be there right there at the train station from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Next slide. The Healing Hub, located at 19510 Alcoy Street in the 9th Precinct. They're doing costume giveaway. They're giving away 500 costumes. So that's on October the 17th, starting at 6 p.m. Next slide. This is another slide that was put up for you where to find holiday assistance for 2025. Toys for Tots, Salvation Army, USPS Operation Santa, the YWCA, and the local adoptive family. So these are some of the things that are being sponsored for the holiday. And then the 6th annual Trunk or Treat, Saturday, October 25th, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And that's located at 11100 East 7 Mile. So they'll have some events there for Halloween. Next slide. Our DEA drug take back is happening October 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But you don't have to wait until then. We have a new at the front. I don't know if you saw it. You saw the box. The red box looks like a mailbox. You can bring all of your medication and unused medication and bring it here. You don't have to wait, but we'll be hosting the event October 25th. But you can bring it up anytime, 24 hours a day. Yes, as you can see, this toilet here, the Golden Throne, the 11th Precinct won the last DEA take back. So we took in the last 3 out of 4. So thanks to all of you in the community. I'm going to try to retain this program. Question? What for that? So this is what happened to my slides. Yes.
Actually, out in the lobby by the papa seat is our new box that you put it in. So when you're leaving out of here tonight, look for it. It's like a red mailbox, and that you can put it in there 24/7.
Next question. Someone else had a question? Yeah, so medications, you don't want to put them in the toilet, down the sink. They enter into the water table. And so you don't want to dispose of them. You have animals at home, we have children at home. So you bring them here to the station and we can dispose of them the proper way. Anyone else have a question? We also, no, we're not giving out no stipends. Ms. McCann. Bless you. Yeah, no syringes, no liquid, bless you, just tablets and capsules. And maybe, the fact, maybe, no. Any other questions? Someone have a question in the back? No insulin inhalers. What they say about inhalers? No syringes, no liquids. Yeah.
We'll take over the counter, we'll take, vitamins, we'll take, supplements while we're in a solid form.
That includes animals like dogs, medicine, and all that stuff.
Anybody else have a question?
Good afternoon. I have a block of, you call Jordan Cares, a very small block. And after meeting Captain Griffin and the commander here, Sergeant Cruz and Robertson, you know, we had been going around, there were people standing around because I have a relative that has to leave by 5 o'clock in the morning. And there were people coming on the block and standing around and looking and lurking around. And I asked him, I said, would you please just sit down to the anxiety and just drive through? And once that started, I tell you, he can do this so personally to drive through in the morning and all that. All that stuff. So I just want to tell you, I just commend this guy on how he runs this precinct. Because he answers his phone, if you have a problem, just talk to him. You know, and you know, I just can't say enough. I could go further. And I've had experience with Sergeant Spruce before. He's a good guy. I mean, these officers are excellent. And I will get a chance to put my information in to the chief of police.
Thank you. That's my report card. That's my report card. How I respond to all of you and how the issues addressed in the community. And so that's our report card. So. Any other questions? One final thing we gotta tell for troops, it's a fundraiser. It's going on Saturday, October 18th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's at the Diversified Members Credit Union down on Jefferson.
So actually, because of the marathon, we technically will be up the street, right next to the DTOA. So that's the whole part. We get a big flyer. I think it's 1640 in Jefferson. So it's like a block seat. Right there. Yeah, right. Come on, man. Right over by Bob Matthews, the lot right there. So we'll be over there. You see all the explorers over there? Our kids will be there. Everybody can represent their favorite Michigan-based team, whether it's pro, high school, college, or whatever. Don't come over there and no Green Bay on. Please, the address. Never over here. I want to see it.
This Sunday is the race, the marathon. So if you can avoid going downtown, I would avoid going downtown because it's the marathon this Sunday. All right, that's my presentation.
Probably see the flyer, it's gonna be a harvest party, and it's gonna be at East Bethlehem Church. And they call it the CKC Center, and that is gonna be Sunday, October 26th. That's gonna be from 11:45 until 2 p.m. And they got free lunch, trunk or treat, game and craft, popcorn and tattoos, and Bible lessons and song. So that's gonna be Sunday, October 26th. I don't know if we have any flyers over there, but if we don't, we'll try to get some made for you that you guys can grab. It's East Bethlehem, right there on East Outer Drive. Yep, Outer Drive and Mile, right there on the corner. Yep. Beverly, Camp Beverly. Let me know the moment.
Good afternoon, everyone. Wow, what a wonderful turnout. Great job, great job. My name is Beverly Hilton, and I am your Director of Community Outreach and Engagement for the Wayne County Treasurer's Office. And when I was here last month, I introduced to you all the mobile office. The Wayne County Treasurer is bringing the Treasurer's Office to the neighborhoods. That mobile office is available to any of your organizations, community groups, church groups, or whatever. We want to come to you, so we want to make sure that no one has any reason now for losing their property to foreclosure, because we're bringing the office to the neighborhoods. And so that's why I give Mr. Sabrina. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Wayne County Treasurer as well. So please, any of you that are interested in it, you might be having a family reunion, you might be having, we did a Harvest Fest last week. It was a great turnout. And it really doesn't matter. We're here to serve, we're here to help. You just need to let us know, and we'll be there. Thank you.
So just so you guys know, when you came in, it was the mobile, it's outside. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, I'm gonna try really hard to get you guys out here a little bit early, so that at least if you want, you can stop by and look at it, or even ask questions. So I at least want to make sure you get a chance to see it. If you don't, sugar, well, let's take care of that. Y'all ain't getting I tried. I tried. Y'all ain't getting out. Yes, ma'am. No cash in the mobile unit. Credit card, you can pay it online. Whatever you need to do with no cash. We are, I don't know, I don't do it president, but I only do that. Yeah, which makes total sense. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I just want to let everyone know that over the last year and a half, we have been trying to start right. We have not signed before, but it's always to have better access to those services. Also, there is us to know what is happening with economic development. Are a part of that for those companies when they go. So they stop fighting about people who are working out here after they come. We have to establish people stop before they happen. We are reacting and we are proactive. And so the community advisory council will help us do that. We can develop it up in the ground. Why we have something. Now, question is Sergeant Screw. Can they do that petition in here for that advisory committee? It's for an advisory committee. They're trying. Council, let's start. The petition is to get it on the ballot. Right. I understand, but it's a petition. Right. I just want to make sure that it's clear
that if the petition, because I know they said no petition period, but I want to make sure if it's okay if people sign that petition
If it's not,
tonight.
standing outside, waiting on
Yes,
you to come
oh,
inside.
definitely.
But we do want everybody to take them outside.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure. Okay, and it has to be done outside, but you can do it. Yeah, okay. And also, our treasurer, Eric Sabri, the Wayne County treasurer, he has his Veterans Resource Fair. He does it every year. Very, very good. And it's gonna be November the 20th. And you guys will see this out a whole lot more before the 20th. From 10 until 3, and it's gonna be at the Wayne County Community College District. I'm also gonna put this in one of the packets that I'm gonna, email everybody. This will be in there as well. Okay, so it's gonna be, instead of me sending you individual ones, what I'm gonna do is scan them all together. And you should get one file, but in that file is gonna be a whole bunch of flyers. So don't think you only just got one something, you have a bunch of stuff. So make sure you scroll through, okay? I'll make sure this gets included. Okay? So did we answer your question? You'll be able to take care of what you need to outside. Okay, thank you.
Because this is 1.7, I already have it. No. 4, 5, 7. I don't want to have it too. Over there.
So in other words, she's trying to tell y'all, make sure you step up to the plate. I caught that. So make sure y'all step up to the plate. Am I deep? I can't believe it. I mean, we got it. I mean, it's not even 8 o'clock, so we're good. Yes, ma'am. But why would they do that when they walk to the curb? It's so stupid to me to figure. Yeah. Yep. I've never understood why you want to walk to the curb when you can walk to your side door. I guess I don't understand, so I guess that's just me. Yeah, well, we'll make sure Charlotte's Rules will make sure it gets handled, no doubt. Okay. Any other event, any other concerns? You guys know that you had an update. There you go in the back. I was looking for you. You just crept in there, didn't you? You wasn't always sitting back there. No, you couldn't. I ain't even seen you. You got an update for us. Okay, here you go.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, I came a little bit late. I had a meeting with my participation committee today, so I did get a little bit late. So for those of you who don't remember, last month I made a presentation about the East Side Summit. So we did have the summit last Saturday. Despite 2 budget crises in Lansing and in DC, all the elected officials did come, and about 150 to 200 residents were there as well. One of the most important signature events that we're looking at organizing something called the East Side Recovery Program. So Congressman Tenendar had mentioned offering $100,000 interest-free loans to low-income individuals who want to start businesses. And we're looking at making that to a $100,000 grant for businesses in the East Side of Detroit. What we want from residents is, oftentimes someone just mentioned, I think it was Stanley just mentioned it, that we're always on the reactive side of things. So after you get all these people into the room, the philanthropists, the bankers, city council members, elected officials, they decide what they're going to do with the city of Detroit with us. And then we get, a list of what we have to do. What we want to do now is we want, from the front end, residents to be sitting in the room when those discussions start happening. We're planning to have the first discussion end of this year by December. So anyone who's part of an organization or a block club, 11th Precinct itself, we want as many people as possible to submit their names and their organization so that we can invite you to have to be part of that discussion. So even if you can't make it for the actual event, the actual meeting in December, you can at least be part of the email chain where we're keeping people updated about this. Again, we want residents to be part of that decision-making process from the very beginning. I'll stay back. I have my laptop in the back of the room, so if anyone wants to get their name and their block club, or even if you want to get that individual, also fine. You can do the best, and I'll keep you posted about that. Thank you.
Hear that?
Local sales tax.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it did come up on the city council, sorry, in our discussion very briefly. We're going to be making a formal report to city council. Hopefully, we're going to do a presentation to the budget, finance, and audit committee in November. We're making our final determination about. So there are three different recommendations that have come. One is the local sales tax. One is the entertainment tax and stadium tax, and there's also one by Veronica Paez, Representative Paez, for a tax on Airbnbs. So all those are going to be put together into one single recommendation. The January report has local sales, the report for local sales tax won't come into January from the CRC. Thank you very much.
And we have another announcement about a DTE program. There you go. This is DTE. I know. I thought this was very important. I always get this done every year. DTE got a fee program that you call them. They have 3 different heating companies that will come out to your house to diagnose your furnace for that year, make sure it's running properly and everything. And it costs $145. DTE pay for it. All you do is give them your electric account number, and they take care of DTE. So I did it last year, and I had no problem out of my furnace. Then coming Thursday, do another diagnostic step to make sure it's running good, and no charge to us. DTE pay for it. The phone number, thank you. The phone number is 866. 866-796-0512. Free of charge to me. The phone number is 866-796-0512. This is called DTE. This is DTE number. Yeah, when you call them, you get an information where you get all that, and they will give you 3 or 4 different heating companies. And you call whoever you want. You got 3, you call one, they answer first, you get them. But the person will call me back, that's when I'm getting Thursday morning. So do they have a name for the program? All of those DTE, it's 2 DTE programs. That's what you put on my email. I did it last year, it was awesome. No charge to me. Now is it an age range? You have to be a senior. They said nothing about no age. No age. Nothing about no age. And y'all go with that age. So nothing about no age. You don't have anything like that. All you do is give them your DTE account number on your bill, and DTE pay $145. All right. It was nothing like that. You better take advantage of it while it gets good. You better go home tonight and call. But if they don't have no income limit, you better run. That's all I'm saying. Run. I'm gonna make you put out on the table. And I want to make sure that you guys get these. This comes from Detroit Wayne Integrated. Oh Lord, Health Network. And there's a bunch of numbers of mental health. There's customer service number, a mobile crisis unit. You guys may, be able to put it out to the block club. It could be a family member, whatever the situation is. There's some information and there's some packets on the table, but I have some too. So we'll just pass around what I have, and I think they're trying to get some more. Okay. This is kind of a couple of row.
I know she's trying to put some more together for us. Yes, ma'am. Right there at 7 Mile, I see it. I say the same thing out here. Yeah. I mean, they coming too, they coming up. Yeah, I've noticed that. We're gonna get some more May. I'll get some more May. I was gonna ask about that homeless guy that's right there at 75 and 7 Mile. And he's right there on the curb. Little cars get to flying down there. It's gonna be a matter of time before they make it. 7 Mile and 75. He said right on that corner. Hold on, one conversation, please. Yeah.
Last week, twice we called for the to come out and deal with them. I guess they didn't deal with.
Obviously not. It's gonna be a matter of time before he get creamed because he's too close to that curve. He in a dangerous area in the beginning.
When it's early, they can get up. Walk the clock, and we told the little health car to meet them there. We called back and they said we'll send a car out.
Quiet, please. There's too many conversations.
About an hour or two later, we come back to it. He was in the same spot. We got him back up again. We called the little health car. We'll be making some more calls tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So that's an accident waiting to happen right there. Yep. He had to put him back for years. They took him up and put him in a car, then put him up, right back. Nothing else. That's special fruit. And this is the first time I've ever seen him doing that. Well, everyone he's out there, he's a regular. Okay. Is there anything else that needs, yes, ma'am. Oh, sorry, the lady back here, I'm sorry. Hold on one second, I'm sorry. I keep overlooking the lady back here, so, yes, ma'am. The time frame or limit.
Long as they got the funds, so you need to call right away, because when the funds run out, that's it.
It ain't gonna take that long. It ain't gonna take that long. It ain't gonna take that long. Any other I'm not going yet. Yes. I know he's not here now. I think I got his number. I called. Come out. They have to be in your yard. So we have you have his number with you? Okay. His name is Tony. Yeah. There's a guy that. Hold on. Okay. All right. He'll do it all. He does them all.
Or you can look up what's that, online, kind of survey, or Google. I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Right, yes, ma'am. Quiet, please. We still having meeting. I was asked, does the city won't do anything?
No.
Answer that question. Yeah. Quiet. Hold on one second. We got to go here. Yeah.
And they say cat, they don't like cat poop, but they do something bad. So I got a cat, I'm sorry. I don't know,
Really?
they buy it.
And what do you do with the cat? You put it outside? Well, I'm gonna also tell you, and my neighbor also told me about the groundhog, is that if you use cayenne pepper and mothball,
You put it down in that hole, they don't come back because they don't like that smell. So it's cayenne pepper and it's mothballs because my neighbor. Yeah, my neighbor has them, and they were cutting through my yard to get to his home. So I put that cayenne pepper, I put mothballs down there, and I didn't see one since. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Okay, here we go with all these conversations, Ken.
Oh, I'm asking what,
In my travel, cars parked in people's yards. I see boats stored in the yard. I was told that I cannot have my RV parked in my yard. Is there such a ordinance that I can't have it in the yard?
There we go.
Your RV is not considered a commercial vehicle, but it can't just sit on your property. Commercial vehicles cannot sit and be parked on the street, and they cannot be parked in your yard or in your driveway, because they're commercial vehicles. So if you see that, you can you see the picture, give us a call, and let us know, and we can pick it. And if you see the 18-wheeler, even the cab, they cannot be parked on the street and ready to do at all. Yeah, that's $150 ticket. All commercial vehicles are subject to be ticketed with $150 in toll. So we try to give them a 48-hour window. I will give you the ticket, and I'll give you the 48-hour ticket. I'll come back and there. If I tow it, I don't even know how much to tow it. I know $100. Now it's way more than that. So just let us know if you see that, just, if you want to leave on a voicemail or something of that nature, and I'll go by and take it and tow it if I have to. They cannot be parked on the street. That's like a pet peeve. And not on the grass either. If you park a car on the grass, there's a $45 ticket. If you come back before that, there's considered white, there's a $200 ticket. One second, ma'am. Go ahead, sir. So commercial vehicles have to be parked in lot. So they have lots throughout the city, whereas commercial vehicles are parked in the park. You have to find all these yards, you have to find a way to park over here. That's the only reason you have to. It's so big, it's lots of people can come out and drive. Yes, ma'am. You got another question? One, yes, ma'am.
So you said there's on the lawn that's $45?
Yes, or 200, it is blight, so they can start parking park line. Tires and stuff and all that, and street doing all that, that's $200.
Well, what about people that just come and park their car there like overnight?
So if we're able to get them, that's $45, but it can also be considered blight. If people do a they're constantly doing it, they don't put about it, they can get $200.
You don't see the fact. You cannot park in the field on anything that's not paid or top. So pay. That's the only thing you can park in the vehicle. You got to be a cement driveway, or got to be asphalt, or got to be those cement pavement. You cannot park in the vehicle, whether it's winter or not, on in your backyard or in your front yard, unless it's on that type of stuff.
I got magic number for you guys. I got magic number for you guys. And if you guys, call them, and something, like, something like that, like a dog or you go to that dog, well, stuff, they will send somebody right here, right now. Okay? So if you're ready, I would like to say that I'm on the. So you guys ready? 313-876-0426 or 0974, and I tell you they're magical. They will go out there and write people, get out. Okay? And they're like about 50. Okay, 313-876-0426 or 313-876-0974. You guys can get yes, ma'am. Okay, you come out. You got to remove it. Then when you get put a hole in my back. Put all that kind of stuff. I went to the hardware store and got stuff. And ended up, I just came around the house. The porch didn't come out. They made up for bad neighbors, I tell you.
So this is thing I prefer you guys to watch. Y'all watch it, and it might help y'all out a little bit. Okay, yeah.
What concerns before we close out? Because we gonna close you guys out. We want to make sure you're good. Don't forget we need candy, money, chips. I don't care. Okay, I don't see any hands up, so I'm going one. Going twice. All right, you guys have a good one on Zoom. So Zoom. They will close them out. Okay, here you go.
We're gonna do $107. That's my 50. And maybe
Oh, you need a microphone.